So, I've been a Pokemon fan for my whole life. But ever since we've entered the Switch era, so Pokemon Let's Go, Pokemon Sword and Shield, and Pokemon Legends Arceus, I've just absolutely failed to connect with and enjoy the series in any meaningful way. I thought for a moment Legends Arceus hooked me back in, because it was fun for about 3 hours and then just got kind of boring afterwards. And I've managed to whittle it down into 3 main reasons why I don't like the modern era of Pokemon as much as I liked the older eras of Pokemon. And before anyone comments that I'm being too negative, I'm doing this out of love. I love this series and I want it to get the quality games it deserves, but the way it's going, that just doesn't look likely. But Pokemon's just that one thing I can't let go. I'm still gonna buy the new games when they come out, and if I don't like them, does it matter? I'm still gonna buy them. So I guess I'm just feeding into Game Freak being lazy, aren't I? Anyway, here's how Pokemon can improve. The 3 reasons I personally don't like Pokemon as much as I used to goes as this. Number 1, the games just aren't as good as they used to be. Number 2, how they've handled shiny Pokemon. And number 3 is a secret to make you watch the video longer. Number 1, the games, again, just aren't as good anymore. All the games in the Switch era just haven't hooked me for various reasons. I didn't even buy Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which is odd because I've bought every other Pokemon game ever made. I just thought it was unnecessary to remake Gen 1 again, and also everything new it brought to the table just bored me. I know Pokemon's a kids series, but I want it to evolve. I want it to have sort of more complex tactical battles and just more depth to it, but this game just had a massive focus on catching to make it more like Pokemon Go, the mobile game, and I guess it's fun for some, but it's just not my cup of tea. Sword and Shield was just not very good. It was very bland and just didn't have the production values it should have had. Somehow, all the 3DS games on the 240p screens had better looking set pieces. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is the best of the bunch. It's the one Switch game I'd probably give a positive review of, but again, I just don't think it's as good as the original. It's literally the exact same as the original game, but the art style and soundtrack is worse. Like, come on Game Freak, you could have just made like a Mega Infernape or something. That would have made me happy. And just to specifically taunt me, after me saying I didn't like how much catching there was in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, they decided to make Pokemon Legends Arceus all about catching. And it was exciting at first, but it got very boring very quickly. The open world was just too bland, there wasn't enough to explore. And I don't know, too much catching. Strong and swift styles did make the battles more interesting, but I don't know. It wasn't as much as I would have wanted. Megas and Z moves made battles more interesting than that did. The game was a step in the right direction though, so I'm glad it exists. And before we move on to shiny Pokemon, one more thing about the combat. I hear a lot of people saying, it's a kids game, how can you expect it to have that much depth in the combat? It would be too hard, and that just makes me upset. One of my favourite games of all time, probably my favourite game of all time, is Persona 5, and I know that's not a kids game, but Persona 5 isn't difficult. Persona 5 is actually quite easy. Late in the game, you get some insane busted things that are very satisfying to use, but you earn it throughout the game. You do things, you do optional things to earn making the game so easy, and it's brilliant. It makes the player feel powerful. Pokemon should do this instead of just giving you the XP share. Apparently the new games are going to give you the legendary at the start. Like, stop it. Please. Let me at least turn this off. Shiny Pokemon. I'm of the genuine belief that shiny Pokemon is one of the coolest features in any game ever. The fact that there's a very, very rare chance that any of these Pokemon has a different colour palette, that's so cool. And I've done some shiny hunting in the past. I've really enjoyed it. During my playthrough of Sun and Moon, I've reset for a shiny Rockruff for hours and then continued the game with him, and I felt so attached to that Rockruff because he was blue. Maybe my attention span's just gone down, but I want to do it, but I just don't find it fun. The methods aren't fun, and again, I don't think shiny hunting's worth it when the game you're shiny hunting in sucks. Also, please can we go back to the 3DS era and give us a soft reset button? Having to press like 4 buttons to go back to the Switch menu and then reset from there, it's painful. And the third secret point, you probably all saw this coming, but I miss having every Pokemon in the game. I don't know. It was inevitable that this would happen, because there are so many Pokemon, and they're at the point now where they kind of have to make new models for them, and that's a massive task. So it's kind of inevitable that this has happened to Pokemon, but it's upsetting anyway. Even though they definitely could make that many models, it's the highest grossing media franchise in the world. Let's not cut them too much slack. But I don't know, it's really disheartening when your favourite isn't in it, isn't it? It makes me want to play the game less. I will not play competitive without Greninja. Honestly, I wouldn't mind not getting another Pokemon game for like 5 years and getting a Smash Ultimate level Pokemon game where everyone is here. It's an insane game. Make a Pokemon MMO. That's all I'm saying. That would be the sickest game ever. Like Final Fantasy XIV, it's got a storyline, it's got story quests that you go through, but you can do dungeons with other people and explore it, and you have your team of Pokemon. Make them go beyond level 100. Or make the leveling much slower, so there's like proper endgame stuff and loot, and like, you can give your Pokemon, I don't know, armor and accessories, so the game just keeps going. That would be like my dream game. I would not have a Pokemon game for 10 years if it meant I could get that, instead of just the same low-effort RPG that's missing half the Pokemon, and ugh, I want my baby back. But here's to hoping Scarlet and Violet will be good. I'm not hopeful, but here's to hoping. I'm gonna buy it, I might stream it, I might review it, but honestly, this series is testing my patience. But what do you, yes, you watching the video, think about the current state of Pokemon? Be sure to comment down below your thoughts. And do not forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, as well as subscribing for future content. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.